I realized, oh, there it goes. Okay, I'm still new to this whole StreamYards thing. This is awesome. I like it. This is better than regular from the phone, you know, trying some new ways of doing things. So, I keep seeing the ads for StreamYards, either on Facebook or Instagram, and I was like, oh, I got to try it, try it once. And it's what, 20 free hours a month. So at that rate, I'll just give it a try and see how it goes. And if we don't like it, then we will lump it and we'll take it out in the street and dump it. Yes. All right. Lump it. We'll take it out in the street and dump it. Uh-oh, sharing that. Okay, sharing is caring, folks. Don't forget to share. All right. Okay. I'll share this out to somewhere else. I promise that's not copyrighted information. I hate that. Don't you hate that? We just have to like, oh my God, is this copyrighted? Okay. Definitely some things I wanted to talk about on my live today. There's some things going on. Okay. There we go. So TGIF, my coffee cakes. Hopefully you're all doing well. And you know what? So hopefully y'all are doing well. Hopefully your week went well. I can't say the same, but hey, it's the end of another craptacular week. And that's a good idea, right? The week is gone. Another week we could tick off the 2021 belt. That's great. Um, so yeah, that's a good thing. There you go. Oh, I think it's good to do the that. Um, hmm, oops. We could do the horoscopes. Something. All right. So there we go. I'm going to pull up the day's horoscopes, and then we're going to get in it. But tomorrow is April 24th, and I wanted to talk about this because it's something that's trending on TikTok right now. And I know this is YouTube and not TikTok, but you never know. It might be something that's been brought up here. So rumor on the street is that April 24th is as sad as this is, it's kind of disgusting. Even if it's a joke or not a joke, I don't know. But supposedly tomorrow, April 24th, is National Rape Day. And it's not National We Support Rape Victims Day. It's actually a day where people are saying they're going to go out and rape women. I can't believe this is even a thing. It should not be. It shouldn't even be a joke at this rate, you know? Even if it is considered a joke, there's always going to be one asshole out there that's not going to take it as such. you know, and or I mean, rape happens every day. I mean, you really don't need. I mean, that's what I don't understand is why somebody would make it there. But to make a day where you just feel like you can just go around and raping women um, for laughs and giggles is pretty nasty. And for the men out there, please stand up for the women and make it very. You say not all men, but we need you guys to stand up and say that this is not okay, and get out there and denounce National Rape Day. I can't even imagine what possesses someone to even like joke around about it, or even like just put it out there that it's could possibly be in existence. But um, this cannot be, and it's scary to think that there are men out there, or even women, that would even consider that this is a thought. And something that I had seen on you know on the social media there is that people are making this about they're making this like a bipartisan situation. But this is not like a left or a right thing. It's the wrong thing. And if you're taking it as like, uh, somebody said Democrats are the ones who created this ridiculousness. And if that's the case, I mean, I can't imagine that being true. Um, I guess it'll be found out. Um, but it's not a partisan issue; it's an asshole issue. Hey, yes, it has been a while. How are you doing? Um, but yeah, so they're saying on TikTok that, hey, Ginger, hey, everybody. So, you know, I think this is, I don't, I mean, I would hope to God this is not a joke. The fact that somebody out there would be on TikTok or wherever and even considering to joke around about tomorrow being National Rape Day is just sad. And whoever created it, I mean, this is what the police are supposed to be for. They should be like investigating to find out the origin of this this thing and bring them in. And I mean, that's just my thought on it. I think that that has to be a thing. Is that at this rate, I think the authorities need to bring in whoever came up with this idea. Just a thought. I don't know, but you know, that's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I love TikTok. I think it's a really great program. I think there's a lot of good things on there. Um, I've made a lot of friends over there that I don't have here, which is great. TikTok is just a totally different atmosphere. It's a little bit kinder. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear about that. Yeah, we don't. Our weather has been kind of strange. It went from being like really warm to being really cold, and it's still really cold, but it's supposed to get really warm again next week. So hopefully, that pans itself out. I don't want a really cold day. Yeah, it's definitely been a while since I've seen you. How are you doing, Frosty? How are things going? Um, you know, um, but yeah. So if you see that on YouTube, it's just kind of mind-boggling that somebody would even come up with a National Rape Day. I mean, that's just awful. That's just awful. And it's one of those things, like, you really think about it, and it's like, how do you teach your children, that this is okay? It seems kind of strange, you know. Um, my daughter, she went back to school starting this week, and I live in a town that is very Republican, and I'll tell you guys, I don't take a side. I don't take a side in politics. I think that's the worst thing to do. I feel like we have a two-party system that's broken. I mean, yesterday, hey, Golden Sniper Wolf, how are you? I know, long time no see. A lot of things have gone down with me on YouTube, and it caused me to, I don't know. not want to be here. It came down to a point where you're asking yourself, is this fun anymore? And that's sad. Um, I mean, I'm trying to make YouTube fun again for me, but for a long time I was like, I don't think this is fun anymore. It's like, I was happier on TikTok than I was over here, and like I said, my following over there is a lot more fun than it is here. You could do a lot more things. There's a lot more opportunity, and that's what I like about it. I liked it because it was a lot more fun. And if you're on YouTube and things aren't fun for you anymore, then you need to really think about, uh, hey, Mike, wow, look, everybody's here. This is awesome. Yeah, yeah, it's really fun on YouTube. And the thing is, on TikTok. Um, but the good thing of life is, I think you had a wrench in here. No, you don't. Oh, I can't do it from here. Okay. Um, the good thing about TikTok is you could take some of your videos and bring them over to YouTube. Not all of them, as long as they don't have any copyrighted material, you could do that. And because YouTube now has the Shorts program, and it's definitely worth trying out your little videos on TikTok over here because you could have something that goes really well, um, and that has, hey, Marcy, good morning, everybody. Um, wow, this is an awesome morning. I see this time works out well. I'm trying to get this back into gear. Um, what to do here. Um, like I said in my live yesterday or the day before, um, unfortunately, some people just can't get over me, and sorry. um, I got a weird message from somebody in that group. I just want to make it very clear. I no longer have a Facebook group right now, um, because I just want to work on, myself and work with other groups for now. I don't really want to own my own group for now because, I don't know, maybe I feel like I'm not that fun or that whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's why that person works out so well on YouTube, is because they portray themselves as a really fun person, but in reality, they're not. Um, but I don't want to have a Facebook group for YouTubers right now. But if you have one, I'd be more than happy to join in with yours. But I don't want to have one. I'd rather just, at this point, I just want to work on my channel and support others, and get back to doing that. So I don't have a YouTube group. I don't want to message you back. And considering that I don't trust you. So yeah, no, I don't want anything to do with you. Please don't message me again. Don't call me, text me, message me, come on my channel, anything. You are not welcome in my life. I don't want anything to do with you. Personally, I think you're the reason why I was thrown out of the other group. And I don't want you in my group. Even if I had one, I don't understand why you're messaging me, and please leave me alone. I don't want anything to do with them. Period. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you apologize. I don't care if you kiss my tuchus in Macy's window during the St. Patrick's Day parade. There is no I'm sorry. We're not fixing it. I don't care. No, I didn't like you when I was in the group. I don't like you now. So move along. I don't want nothing to do with that group, whether they're still in your group or not. Please do not message me or contact me again. I'm over you. Get over me too, because this is the last thing I'm going to put on YouTube about you. Leave me alone, and that's it. Stop. If the group isn't in existence anymore, I don't care. I could care less. I don't care. The only reason I say something is because I'm being contacted by other members, and you know, just leave me alone. Leave me alone. You're not in that group anymore. Too bad. Don't care. I don't care. Stop it. I guess absence makes the heart grow fonder. But you didn't like me. You didn't like me when I was in that group, and now you like me. Now you want to be in my group. I don't have a group. But leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't want to be a part of that. I don't even want any of that bad juju in my life. So that's all I'm going to say. Do not contact me again. Any of you. None of you. I don't care if you're not in her group anymore. I don't care if you're not friends anymore. I don't give a shit. You didn't stand up for me. You all said I was causing you anxiety, so now you want to talk to me? What the fuck is that? I don't want to talk to you. Moving on. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. And go ahead, thumbs down the live. I don't really give a shit. I don't. I don't because, you know, it makes no sense. It makes literally no sense. Don't contact me again. I made it very clear. Don't. No more. Zip. Move along with your life. Sorry your life is that miserable. Mine isn't. I'm moving on and carrying on. I know. I'm so awesome. That's probably what it is. I'm just too awesome to let go. But sometimes in life, you have to let things go and move along. And, yeah, sure, there's a chance that, people can come back and work things out. But the way I look at life is I have no want, or desire to work things out with that group, especially this person who contacted me yesterday. I have no desire to work things out with you. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. You're the reason for my problems with that person. Everything was fine until you came along. Sorry, I said it. But maybe I needed you to get out of that mess anyways. But regardless, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. In your lane. Yeah, TikTok is fun. And that's actually part of the other reason why I'm not in that group anymore, because they didn't want to do TikTok. You know. You can't stay. Listen, when you want to be like a social media influencer, you can't just stay like in one place. You can't just stay like on YouTube. You need to branch out. You need to work on your Instagram. You got to work on. Well, I'm not sure about Twitter, but I'm not sure if I want to do that. But you know what I mean. You gotta branch out. And TikTok's a lot of fun. You got a lot more chances of being noticed by companies for sponsorships and things like that than you do here. I mean, here you have to send it out or tag the companies in there. I don't know. I don't know. That's just how I look at it. So I don't know. I don't want to. I like it. It's fun. Plus, you got an easier chance of with YouTube. It's hard to be a comedian here. It's really hard to be a comedian here because you can't swear. You can't swear here. You get demonetized for swearing. You can't do things that. Wow, that's awesome. I have to go check that out. Yeah, see, that's another thing is I get better views than I do on TikTok. Somebody says I'm doing YouTube wrong if my TikTok is better. No, it's just that the content on TikTok, it doesn't feel forced. With YouTube, as a woman, um, you feel like you have to conform to a certain kind of content. Like with women, it's either makeup or cooking or, um, you know, um, unboxings or whatever. I mean, I like doing the thrift haul videos and the Dollar Tree videos and things like that. I plan on bringing that out more, but just because it's fun. I think showing what you find at the Dollar Tree is fun, and people do give a poop-a-doop about what's at the Dollar Tree. I mean, if I see a post now this somebody posted on Instagram something they had found at TJ Maxx. It was a K Beauty cleanser. There was like three different ones. There was a honey one, the cow one, and something else. And I was like, oh my God, I saw it. And I was like, oh my God, I got to get to the store and find it. And lo and behold, I found all three. So that's why those posts are really important. And also, during this time where, some areas are still on lockdown, where people just don't feel comfortable going out, showing you going out to the store and things like that could be very, good for somebody. They might need to see that because, in that case, they feel like they're going out and they're enjoying themselves. And so I like doing that. So, and I was doing the vlog calls to practice doing vlogs because I don't really, me personally, I don't feel like I'm a vlogger, but I'm willing to give it a try and see how it goes. And that's how it was. I figured I'd start, go to the store, go to Dollar Tree and start, doing it that way and see how it goes. And if it works, it works. And anything Dollar Tree is pure gold on YouTube. People like to see what's at the Dollar Tree. And if people feel like, well, you're getting fame for something stupid, then, well, I don't know. I mean, there are some stupid people out there who get famous for the stupidest things. I mean, hence why we're still in 2021 with the Kardashians, right? They're all stupid. I mean, they're stupid as in like they're stupid. Their existence is stupid, but they're actually not stupid people. They made their way up the ladder and made themselves into billionaires, and that's not stupid. I mean, it's just the stuff that they got themselves to being a billionaire is stupid. But hey, well, you know, um, there's people out there who don't like the idea of an OnlyFans. I mean, if that's how you're going to make your money, I mean, shake your tail feather. What's it my place to tell you what to do? I used to get annoyed because I lived on a block at one point where there were, the hookers were, there all the time, and I used to get so annoyed because I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. I don't want to throw it in my face. Yeah, and they're totally overrated, definitely. Um, Now the big thing with the Kardashians is the what do you call it? Courtney is dating Travis Barker from Blink 182. I don't think I like that relationship, to tell you the truth. I like Travis Barker, but I don't like Courtney Kardashian. I don't like it. Hey, maybe they're just both weird and it works for them. I don't know. But at the same time, they both have children. Um, that works. She's dating somebody who has his poo poo together and takes care of his children. So I can understand, that that being a thing there. And I mean, I'm not saying as a single parent we should automatically date another single parent. Me personally, I wouldn't want to date another single parent. I don't want to put up with somebody's baby mama, and I don't want to subject someone to my problems. You know. Um, but yeah, so I don't like their relationship. I just don't. But yeah, the Kardashians are overrated. I don't like them. And, I feel like they just, now that their show is canceled, they're going to find all kinds of ways to stay relevant. I mean, look, Caitlyn Jenner was on The Masked Singer. I mean, to watch that performance was just so painful. Caitlyn Jenner, I mean, I don't know what to think of her. I don't. I don't know what to think of her. I mean, I support her based on the fact that, she is trans and she went through the whole surgery thing. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Wonderfell's life is here. I'm so happy to see you. See, I feel like, now that I'm not in the group or with that person anymore, everybody feels safer to come to my streams these days. I see a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. I guess Misery, was that Misery's company or whatever? Misery, I don't know. It's a long story and I don't want to talk about it anymore, but I actually have had someone tell me that they enjoy my lives, but when we were doing, crawls and things like that, they didn't want to go to the other person, but they would always want to go to that person because I asked them to, and it makes me feel bad. I shouldn't have to subject you to somebody that you don't really like. And listen, if somebody messaged me and told me they didn't like going there, I wouldn't have forced it, you know. I am doing okay. I'm working on some things. One of them is moving. I can't stay in New York anymore. I just can't. I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to. I don't want to shovel snow anymore. I don't want to look at these people in my area anymore. I know Florida is like a deep red state, but I'm literally living in that right now, where I'm in New York. I talk about that a lot. I talk about how New York is a very divided state. We are. We're very divided. New York City is predominantly Democrat or liberal, and then upstate New York and Long Island is, well, predominantly Republican. And when you're like not on either side, that doesn't work out now, does it? Yeah. So Florida is it. My parents have a condo there, and because I have Section 8, I can move anywhere in the country I want. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm moving to an area which is predominantly very diverse. I don't want to move to an area with all white people. I know that sounds really terrible. Sorry, but I have a child. I have children who are biracial, and where I live now is not. There's nobody other than, I mean, there's no people of color where I live except for the two ladies upstairs. And unfortunately, Isabel's getting bullied in school. She said she got called emo yesterday. I mean, I said that's not a diss though. If somebody used it as a diss, I mean, I guess, but yeah, tell them I am, and who the hell cares? I don't know. But yeah, I want to get her to an area where it's multicultural, more diverse. And Florida is it. I mean, despite their politics down there, not only is it like it's extremely diverse, but supposedly the schools are better there. I would not have pictured that. Supposedly the schools like the special needs programs are actually better than here. Again, I would not have pictured that either. But supposedly they really want special needs kids to be productive citizens, not like New York. And I mean, that's one of those, like I've always said, I don't take sides in politics. I truly don't. So, the one thing the difference I see here is like my aunt, she's an independent like me, but I think she leans more towards the right than she does the left. I'm one of those that leans more left than right, but at the same time I pull it out. Like yesterday, I called out Nancy Pelosi because of what she said about George Floyd. That was terrible. How dare you sit there and call George Floyd, what happened to George Floyd, as a sacrifice? He didn't want to be murdered. George Floyd did not ask to be murdered to be a sacrifice for justice. I mean, I don't even know where you even got that idea. I mean, I don't even know where you came up with that whole, like, did you think you did something there with that kind of language? I don't like Nancy Pelosi. I don't like her, and I sure as hell don't like Mitch McConnell either. And Chuck Schumer, I have to think about. The problem is she's old. Nancy Pelosi is old. She's been around a long time, and I feel like with all sides, we just need some new people. We need some new blood on both sides that have better ways of thinking. I mean, personally, I think the two-party system is broken, and I'm tired of this you know um, concept that we have to vote for the lesser of the two evils. That part alone sucks. But I hope this is it for Nancy Pelosi. After what she said yesterday, I mean, that was pretty rude and racist. Yeah, I just called Nancy Pelosi a racist because obviously she's got an agenda and it's not caring about George Floyd. She used his death as some kind of something. I don't like her. I don't like Nancy Pelosi. I'm sorry, I don't. Using someone's death like that for your own sick agenda is exactly that. You're sick. You're sick. I don't like her. I don't like Nancy Pelosi. No. I don't like Cuomo either. I mean, I think he did a somewhat decent job in regards to working on on the pandemic here, but him killing those elderly folks, that's pretty disgusting. I'm not a fan of Cuomo. No. But then again, his alternative isn't that great either. This is the problem. No, I'm not a fan of Pelosi. No, no. What she said was just awful. I'm not. I mean, the thing is, the cops are doing the same thing that they did to George Floyd in California. So maybe Nancy, instead of worrying about what's going on in Minnesota, you need to go back to your own state and try to figure out what to do there. But what you said just was not. It's just not cool. George Floyd did not ask to be murdered to be um, a spokesperson for justice. That man died a very painful death, in which he didn't ask for. He didn't earn it, and he didn't ask for it. So you saying that is just, you're a douche canoe. She said that about this man. I mean, that's total disrespect to him and his life and his family. You know, these people are not. They're not here for to be martyrs of justice. You know, stay in your lane, Nancy Pelosi. How about you just like retire and take care of your grandkids and just move along? Because I mean, you see that Hillary doesn't interject herself. I mean, you didn't even. I don't even understand why you even had to make a statement, anyways, because it had nothing to do with your state. I mean, who allowed you to come out with that whole thing, anyways? What you said was racist. I'm calling it out. We have a racist. We have a racist Democrat senator, and her name is Nancy Pelosi. I can tell you the feelings about her on TikTok are not good. People don't like her right now for what she said. I mean, it's like Michael Jackson said, they really don't care about us. This is why I don't understand why we sit on our soapbox and fight about two people, two sides that don't really care. See that? She used George Floyd to get whatever sick point across. You know, but she just got voted in, so it's not like you can vote her out. She's already in. She's already got her job. You know, it's not like she's campaigning for her next, run yet. I would assume with what she just said, that's not going to go very far. And see, that's the thing is that, when one of these, when the Democrats say something as outlandish as that, then then it brings on the fact that somebody even worse on the right could run against her, and then then what? That's what we're going through here in New York. Cuomo sucks. Hey Ryan, I know, long time no see. I'm glad to see you. Cuomo sucks. Okay, I did not vote for him last time. I didn't vote for him the first time either, and I would not vote for him. Well, hopefully I'll be out of here before the next election. But the person who's running up against him is like, I wouldn't want that as a governor either. Again, we're down to the lesser of the two evils. And I'm somebody who, oh, that's good. Oh, the late shift. Oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't gone live because, like I said earlier in the live, due to not being a part of certain groups, I'm a little afraid to be here sometimes, and but I can't let them win. That's and I'm not going to sit here and tell you to avoid anybody because of my own personal self and feelings, but I just don't want to be contacted by anyone in that group anymore. I don't care if they're in the group or not the group. Just leave me alone. um, so yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on in here in New York, is because Cuomo is under fire for the sexual harassment, sexual assault stuff, and what he did with the nursing homes during COVID. Unfortunately, somebody else has to run against him because he's still going to run. I still don't understand why he hasn't resigned yet. Because, I mean, all of a sudden, all the sexual harassment and assault allegations have gone silent also, which is kind of, questionable. But yeah, so yeah, strange, but yeah. So hopefully, I'll be out of here before that whole thing goes. I mean, I hope the Democrats get smart and try to put somebody against Cuomo and stop putting him on a pedestal, because he's not a good person. He's not good. This guy is trying, everyone says the Democrats are good for mental health care. Cuomo must be he must be the exception to the rule, because he has tried everything he can to shut down our mental health facilities. Include trying, one facility is currently in contract to be sold to the Mets. Like, we need another baseball field. We have lots. We have, we already have, two baseball teams, two football teams. We have at least, two or three minor league baseball teams. We got hockey, basketball. I mean, just a thought. The last thing we need is another stadium of some kind. And the thing is, where he's planning on putting this, where is not a good area. People aren't going to want to like travel to this. Oh, interesting. Um, you know, it's one of those things. If it's in the bad area, no one's going to want to go there. And even to take it even further, like I said, it's a former psychiatric hospital where there's dead bodies, like buried in the ground. So who else going to want to go and do and watch, baseball, football, soccer, whatever, you know, with knowing that we need to have better mental health care. I was talking about this in my live for the last couple of days. Is that there was I wouldn't consider it a mass shooting because that's not what it was, but there was an incident here on Long Island. Yes, no, to Wednesday. Um, yeah, Ghost Stadium. Yeah, I mean, where our other minor league baseball stadium is on the grounds of another um, former psychiatric facility. He's planning on knocking that down and putting luxury homes and stores. But that makes no sense either because it's a town where this town is, I grew up there. It's the hood. And when stores come into that area, they refuse to hire people from the town because supposedly they can't be trusted. Like Target put a store in my hometown and they refuse to hire people, in that town. Target is one of those companies that, when they had the protests after George Floyd was killed last year, they said that they did not care if the stores got destroyed due to the protesting. But yet, the Target in my hometown, where there were plans of protesting, they boarded up the store. And I mean, that goes to show Target is as shady as anybody else. I mean, of course, I still shop there because that's basically what we have around here is Target or, Walmart. I mean, Walmart, they're pretty, I think they're pretty up in the open about how they feel about things. I mean, all of a sudden I'm seeing this video. Who was it? It was a basketball star, yeah? Saying that Walmart cares about, all of a sudden, Walmart cares about feeding homeless people, which is kind of interesting because there was a video a couple of years ago where they were throwing out lots of food. And when the homeless people or the hungry people were coming out, they said that they threatened to call the police on them rather than just letting them have it. I'd like to know how this whole dumpster diving thing goes because I see these people on TikTok and that's what they do. They go dumpster diving, which is pretty cool. They find some interesting things, you know. Um, I mean, you run the risk of getting arrested for doing it, but I think that's pretty neat, you know. I don't know. But yeah, so there's that. Unfortunately, I'm on an all liquid diet today, probably tomorrow, most of tomorrow too, because unfortunately I gained a little too much weight for my likings, so I have to get myself back down again. So the joys of bariatric surgery. Um, and trying to and the obsession to stay thin is I binge. I'll admit it, I binge and I catch myself and then I try to fix it. But unfortunately, there's been some stressful events in my life and recently, and it caused a binge. Yeah, not good, but yeah, I'm trying to work my stuff out. So I have to clean out my system and start fresh. Hopefully Sunday, if my plan works. But yeah, so that's where we're at right now, is trying to check myself before I wreck myself. So yeah, hey, it happens. Sometimes we have to do things before we do something really bad to ourselves and destroy progress that you've made. let's see, we talked about that. Oh, so Jeffree Star. That's what I want to talk about this week is Jeffree Star. He had that car accident last week. Um, Supposedly, I didn't even know this. According to Perez Hilton, Jeffree Star had that car accident. Was it Thursday or Friday? And then he supposedly had a product launch. I don't even know what that product launch is. I stopped following Jeffree because of everything that is being accused of at this point. Oh, no worries. Actually, I'll be right back. It's going to run to the ladies' room. Be right back. Hi, Dad. All right, here we are. I had to take a quick run to the ladies' room. I'm up to like a liter and a half of water for the day, and it's only almost lunchtime. So, I mean, like I said, I had to clean out my system because it was getting pretty bad. Um, I hate days like this. Um, hmm, huh, interesting. Okay. Um, but yeah, we were talking about. I was going to talk about Jeffree Star and things going on there. Um, but yeah. So, anyways, so he had that accident. Was it Thursday or Friday? And then there was a product launch, and then he came out with some. He came out with a some kind of vlog about his cousin having cancer last Saturday. I saw that. I was like, this is stupid. I mean, now you're exploiting a family member for views and likes, which is pretty ridiculous. I don't even know what the product launch was, but supposedly, on top of that, the friend that was in the car with Jeffree Star, is making threats, wanting to beat up Perez Hilton. Um, I mean, I still don't understand this whole thought process that these people have about Perez Hilton or Wendy Williams or things like that, because these are the people that help continue your fame. If you go after every single media outlet that's going to talk about you and keep you relevant, then I think and you're doing fame wrong. You're doing it all wrong because Perez Hilton's not really the enemy. It might feel like he's the enemy because he talks about you all the time, but in reality, he is not the enemy. He is the guy helping to keep you afloat. I mean, supposedly the reason that Jeffrey's friend was threatening Perez Hilton is because Perez Hilton was questioning whether or not um, Jeffrey's injuries were 100% legit. I kind of question that as well. Personally, I would question whether or not his injuries were real and how did that accident happen, because it happened in Wyoming, if I'm not mistaken, and there's like literally nobody there. So I was kind of like thinking, is it possible that Jeffrey was like filming or texting and driving, and maybe this accident was caught? I mean, I can't imagine why anybody would flip their car 3 times like that for fame and fortune. But it seems with Jeffree Star, every time he has a product launch. Again, I don't even know what this product launch even was. Couldn't tell you. Don't know. But every time he has a product launch, there's some kind of drama about him. There was, the racist photos that circulated on the internet, and then it was, it was that, and he might have sexually assaulted somebody, and whatever it is. Oh, and then the James Charles stuff, and Shane Dawson stuff too, which he still has stayed silent about. Shane Dawson being a predator. He was very quick to call out uh, Perez, James Charles for being a predator, which he is. We're not gonna denounce that, because James Charles is officially a grotesque and disgusting human being, and yeah. So, and he's canceled. James Charles is canceled, as so he should be. He went after young boys. I mean, it's wrong that he did it. I kind of think that he did it because, in his eyes, he probably still is a young boy himself, but, chronologically, he is too old to be doing that. But, disgusting. But, I don't even know what the product launch was. Now I have to go, now I want to see on the website. I want to see what was on his website. I don't think it was a new palette or anything like that, because I have left every single Jeffree Star group, so I don't even know what it is. I know that he had that mascara. Oh my God, did y'all see the packaging for that mascara? It was a sex toy. Um, I mean, if you say so. Oh, it's the spring mystery boxes, which actually haven't sold out yet. Well, that's something. That's kind of shocking that his mystery boxes didn't sell out again. Well, it's actually not shocking, but yeah, wow. That must have been the product launch on Friday, was the mystery boxes, and they're still up for sale. Yeah, all of them are available. Yeah. Wow. Wow, he had one. Oh, there's actually two, three, four. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, that's sizes. Oh, I see. Oh, wow. Interesting. Um, and definitely something. But I don't support Jeffree Star. I know this is like a big conversation of life right now, is this whole cancel culture thing going on, and people are really angry at it. Um, some of it makes sense and some of it doesn't. I mean, canceling people like Jeffree Star and James Charles has to happen. It has to happen. There are some exceptions to the rule. Jeffree Star and James Charles, Shane Dawson, David Dobrik. They're all gross and they need to go. You know what I mean? So there's a reason behind things. I mean, are there some cancel things that I don't agree with? I mean, at this point, no. Like the canceling of these Dr. Seuss books, they weren't canceled. The publisher chose to not publish them anymore. I mean, personally, I think in that sense, it should have just been done quietly. I don't think it was really necessary to really make a big deal out of it. I hear that. I hear that, Michael. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like the Dr. Seuss books, I feel like they chose to do that. I mean, if they weren't popular, I mean, yeah, I've seen why it had to happen. But I mean, if they're not popular, just do it quietly. Same thing with Mr. Potato Head. I still don't understand why people are all upset about that. Potatoes don't have genders. The original Mr. Potato Head was an actual potato, and potatoes don't have genders. They have eyes. Yes, they have eyes. They don't have genders. I mean, but then again, rather than saying it's gender neutral, just let children be children and decide what Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head's supposed to be. Let their imagination run wild, because that's what it's. You know, I don't know. Let them decide for themselves. And if they decide that Mr. Potato Head is Mrs. Potato Head, that's how it works. It's imagination. That's what toys are supposed to be meant to do, is to promote imagination of our children. And for us to tell them how to imagine is like kind of not good, not a good idea. When I was a kid, it was not good for boys to play with dolls, which I don't think that's true either. I think it's quite all right. I mean, boys who play with dolls can become better dads. I don't know. Doesn't make them gay, and if it does, and if they turn out if they are gay, one thing has nothing to do with the other. A doll doesn't giving your son a doll or a toy kitchen to play with doesn't make them gay. That had nothing to do with it. So I don't understand that whole logical thinking. So I feel like, with Mr. Potato Head, it's just better to like make it gender neutral or no gender at all so they can decide for themselves. I mean, you all would be really upset if the potato had a wiener on it, right? You wouldn't want that. I mean, when the LOL surprise dolls had wieners on it, you all got really upset about that. So, you need to, I mean, again, I feel like these companies should have just there's some things I feel like that should be done quietly, and I think that's one of those situations. Do I think so? I don't think aliens would want to be a part of this country, this world. I can't imagine aliens wanting us right now because we're just in a really hateful place. Well, if anything, maybe they'll make us do something better with ourselves. Time to start doing better. Yeah, right. Potatoes with wieners. Potatoes have eyes. They don't have wieners. They don't have vaginas. I don't understand why people are all upset if the toy that they're supposed to make, to do if the toy that they have is cause to 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 imagine, just let them do that. Put boy and girl things in the box and let them decide. I don't really care if I mean, my kids are old enough to not play with, Mr. Potato Head. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, to them it's still Mr. Potato Head. And my daughter, who is 13 years old, is very politically correct. My mom jokes around and says I taught her well then. If that was my point, you're right. Maybe it was. I don't know. Um, in fact, she corrects me all the time because I'm still like, I'm not this. I'm still learning this whole, the concept of the what do you call it? She, he, they, them thing. I'm still learning that concept. Sometimes I automatically I supposedly automatically know someone's gender, and I don't. So just have to say they them. Okay, that's fine. I listen. I'm the type of person that like I just want to like live life and not have to worry about what someone is thinking or, if something I do or say offends somebody, I'd rather not do that. So I try my best to not do those kinds of things. And if that means, doing the proper pronoun thing and things like that, I have no problem doing that. I think in life, if someone's being offended or hurt by something, rather than just like jump down and say everybody's offended, how about we just like listen? You know, it doesn't take much to listen. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I hope the aliens would do that if they're here. We definitely need something, a certain definitely a cosmic shift of some kind. Obviously, COVID didn't bring this world closer together. In fact, it brought us further apart, which is sad. That part saddens me. I mean, it's really sad. I understand you don't want to wear a mask. I don't want to wear a mask either. It's annoying and boring, and but I just want to move on with my life, and I don't want to hurt others. I don't want to go around thinking, "Oh my God, I don't have a mask on. I could potentially get somebody else sick." I don't want to live my life like that. I mean, could you really live with yourself knowing that maybe you didn't get sick, but you're a carrier, and maybe you were hanging out with somebody, and that somebody brought that virus home to their parents or their grandparents, and something happened to that family member. Could you really live with yourself thinking that you could potentially have harmed somebody just by being as selfish as not wearing a mask? I mean, it's not that big of a deal at this point. But at this point in my life, I'm not going to go to a store and force somebody to put it on either. That's dangerous. People beat up other people for asking them to do the right thing. How pro-life of you, you know? We're supposed to be pro-life and all that stuff. That's the funny thing is the people who are pro-life are the ones screaming, my body, my choice, and I don't want to wear a mask, and I don't care, blah, blah, blah. Guess you don't really have the right to go outside of a Planned Parenthood and protest anymore now, do you? That seems kind of hypocritical. They want to stop doing that and mind your business. I grew up in an area. I grew up in the hood, right? And growing up that way, things going on in life, you're taught when you live in an area like that to mind your business. Don't talk to the cops. Only talk to the cops if it makes sense. Like if a child's being abused, you can say something. If a lady's being raped, you say something. But anything else, you see nothing, you say nothing, you know. But, you know, that's just how I learned. You mind your business or you're sleeping with the fishes. You want to do that, do you? There's a time and a place. There's a time and a place when you say something. And there's a time and a place when you don't say something. You know, that's how I look at life. You know, child being abused, you say something. Woman being abused, you say something. Everything else, if you value your life and you don't want to be a Karen, you say nothing. That's how I live. I'm not a Karen. The only time that this week I had no choice but to call a office about somebody. I ordered Instacart this week because I don't drive. I'm handicapped. I don't drive. And I use Instacart because, with Instacart, it supports a business, not a small business, but whatever. But it's supporting somebody who needs a job or money, like, a lot of teachers and social workers and things like that. They're not making enough money to make ends meet. So they either do Uber Eats, Uber, DoorDash, or Instacart. So, I feel like, that's another way of doing things is employing these people to do my grocery shopping. They get a tip, they get, a delivery fee and all that stuff. So this week, I ordered it and I ordered lasagna. It was the family size lasagna, which is supposed to be like, on that particular day, it was just me and Isabel. Jacob was with his dad. Isabel wants nothing to do with her dad. Same dad, they just don't want. She doesn't want anything to do with him. I can't. There's nothing I can do about that. But anyways, so yeah, so I ordered one of those family size lasagnas, and we were gonna have it for dinner, and there would be a little bit for me, a little bit for her, and there should be enough for lunch the next day, and so on and so forth. I hear that. That's a good song there. But so the way Instacart works is if something is not found, they can replace it with something else. I just didn't happen to have my phone with me when this person was doing the replacing. So when I get back on to my phone, because I was outside, getting my mail and things like that, and talking to the ladies upstairs. So I looked at the thing. It said that she was going to be bringing me two lasagnas for $27. I'm like, what the heck? I said, well, but I only ordered one, so I'm not understanding why she would bring me two. You know, and so so I'm thinking, oh, great. So maybe she brought the party size lasagna. It's like, well, that's a pretty large lasagna for just me and Isabel. The party size is quite large, and it said it was a 57-ounce lasagna. The family lasagna is like 32 ounces, and so I was like, oh, okay, fine, whatever. I couldn't change it at that point. I had no opportunity to change it. So she brings the food by, and I was like, oh, great, thank you for bringing me the receipt, because if you bring me the receipt, I can go into my Fetch rewards and I get my points for what I bought. Not everyone who does Instacart will bring the receipt. Well, stupid her, she brought the receipt, and I looked at it, and I looked in the bag. I was like, wow, there's something totally wrong here. Not only did she not bring me two large lasagnas, she brought me two individual size lasagnas, and it said it right there on the receipt. $3.99 each. This woman tried to steal $27 from me. So I called Instacart right away, and they ended up refunding the whole lasagna altogether, and I had to remove her tip. I haven't had an Olive Garden in a while. I haven't had that. I heard they sell their. I heard that Their Italian dressing is available at Dollar Tree. I have to find it. If it's that good, I have to get it. I think I've been to Olive Garden maybe once in my whole life. Um, but so yeah. Hey, oh, thank you, Joe. Oh, ouch, my finger. Thank you. Happy Friday to you. It definitely is. It's the end of another shitty week. Oh, this week has just been the never-ending week. I know I'm like one step closer to leaving New York every day, but it's like while I'm one step closer, there's like one incident more. My kid's grandma, she's I don't know. I don't want to say anything because somebody contacted her and told her my business, and I feel like I know who that is, and I would hope to God that person would not really do that, but knowing how that person is. Oh, later, Michael. Welcome. I'm glad you came by. It's so nice to meet you. I would hope that person wouldn't, get into my business, but, you would hope, but they did. And that's life. People are just still so very much obsessed with me. While I don't care about you, you care much about me. Oh, they do. Oh, Winco. Oh, we don't have Wincos. Is that like is Winco like a 7-Eleven? We only have, here we have 7-Eleven and we have Cumberland Farms. Yeah. I know down south, from Jersey all the way down. Oh, you did? What would you get there, Ryan? I don't know. I can't eat a lot of pasta, but from Jersey down south, they have Wawa. We don't have Wawa here. I wish we did. I went to one in Jersey, and man, oh man, that is a place right there at Wawa. If they put that here, 7-Eleven would be put to shame. Although, if you go to a Wawa, I don't suggest the chicken quesadilla. I got one when I was in Jersey last summer, and I swear to God, this thing was. I don't think that was chicken. It looked like cat food. Not a good idea. Hey, Matthew's in the house. Look at that. I'm so happy you're here. Wow, this is really awesome. Today is a good day for a live because there's a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. That makes my day. And most importantly, I appreciate everyone who has stayed with me, regardless of me not being a part of that group anymore. You know. Oh, that sounds really good. I like Alfredo sauce. Breadsticks, you can never go. See here, like Olive Garden has breadsticks, but the majority, like a regular pizza place, would have garlic knots. Now breadsticks are cool, but if you have yourself a good garlicky, crispy garlic knot, that's heaven on earth right there. Those things are good. Yeah, that they are. They really are good. But yeah, so but yeah, Olive Garden wasn't really a big thing for us here. Well, New York is like the pizza capital of the country, and my family would be more into going to like a real Italian restaurant, I guess. It's probably cheaper too. You get a lot more. I don't know. Like I said, I've only been to an Olive Garden once in my life. I don't even remember what I got there. That's how long ago it was. I would assume it would have been like a chicken parmesan or something of that nature, but I generally couldn't tell you. Wish I could. Don't remember. Remember my grandmother. Oh, the one time yeah, that's the time my grandmother lost her fingernail, I think. And we were at the Olive Garden, and I think my grandfather was driving or my aunt was driving, and I guess my grandmother had her fingers. You know how like some people do, they put their fingers in the window, and and I think the person, whoever was driving, rolled up the window, and she didn't notice it, and then she went to go pull her hand down when she realized it, and the nail came off. And yeah, that was an interesting evening. What a way to have a dinner outside. Today is liquid diet day. Ooh, I'm not having a good time. I miss food already, but I guess that's why, I'm in the position that I'm in now. I made some mistakes trying to fix that. Oh, there you go, Ryan. See, that's the thing is you need to have the real deal, the real deal. Um, Real chicken parmesan is the bomb.com for sure. Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, that stuff is good stuff. Well, anyways, guys, I hate to cut the live short. Well, actually, it hasn't been short. It's been an hour, but I will be back Monday. So I will see you. Oh, Eric's here. I didn't see you there. I'm still getting used to this whole like the StreamYard thing. The comments are actually slower here, which I like. I like that. That's a good way of doing things because sometimes you go live and everything just up it goes. But anyways, guys, I will be back Monday, probably maybe the same time. If this time works well, 11 o'clock my time instead of the early morning. So thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it, and I will see you then. Bye, guys. Big hugs and kisses, my friends.